Good morning, family. Thank you for joining me again. I am back with another meal prep video. I'm so excited to share this with you guys. I have just filmed my meal prep video for this week, and this is the second time now that I've created this meal, so that right there should tell you how much I absolutely love it. It's so easy, it's so simple, it doesn't take up a lot of time. I think altogether it probably took me about an hour to put everything together. For the vegetables, I used green beans and shredded carrots, so that was already pre-washed and pre-chopped. But definitely rewash your vegetables, okay? Always wash everything that you get from the store, especially after, our most recent pandemic. We can't be too careful. And then I just used chicken legs, and I actually didn't have enough chicken legs because I was cooking for two this time, so I ended up using some tenders that I had in the freezer to make up for where I fell short with the chicken. And then some roasted potatoes. So easy, so quick. But let's run through it. I'm about to show you guys how I did this. I can't wait. I hope that you guys give it a try and that you love it as much as I do. So much flavor. It's so good. It's so easy. And then on top of that, it's healthy. It's high protein, healthy carbs, healthy fats. Like, give it a try. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and I have so much more content to share. I can't wait. But okay, let's jump in. Alright, so we're starting off with the potatoes because they take the longest to cook. That's kind of the method that you want to go by. You want to cook the thing that takes the longest first. So we're going to do the potatoes, just chopping them up here. I chose to do red potatoes. You don't have to do red potatoes, obviously. You can choose whatever potatoes you want. I just think that they had a pretty touch to the meal, so I chose to do red potatoes. So you're just gonna chop them up, cube them up, and this is the seasoning that I used for my potatoes. Definitely use whatever seasoning of your choice. Just pour a little olive oil on there, start seasoning up. I obviously didn't measure, and as you'll see throughout this video, I didn't measure at all for anything. So just eyeball it, do what you feel your taste buds would like. This is a great way to play with your seasoning. Season your food. Season your food. It makes the most difference. More than salt and pepper would be great, but salt and pepper is a great start. I like to use herb seasonings because they have a lot of health benefits behind them. So you'll see me incorporate a lot of herb seasonings to many of my meals. I think to these potatoes I put basil, some Italian herb, crushed red pepper, some rosemary, some parsley. So yeah, I like the health benefits from herbs, but they also taste really good. But after you're done seasoning it all up, give it a nice stir it all together, and make sure everything is evenly seasoned, and then you're going to cover it with some aluminum foil. And after you have it nice and covered, you're going to put it in the oven that's been preheated to 375 degrees. We'll leave those potatoes in there for about 35 to 40 minutes. Just check on it after about 20 minutes, see where it's at. Don't forget you'll be reheating this meal later on during the week, so you don't want them too soft, but you also don't want them too hard. So this is the seasoning I'm going to be using on my chicken. For the record, paprika has absolutely no flavor to it, but it has great health benefits. And I don't know if you saw that last seasoning on the end, that steak and burger seasoning. That has been a new incorporation I've added to my pantry, and it is a game changer. It is absolutely delicious. I add it to all of my meat now, all of it. Pork, chicken, steak, it doesn't matter. It's going on there. Fish, it's going on there. So go ahead and line up your chicken, squeeze it all on there. Don't worry about them touching, because you will be flipping them around as they're in the oven. So just go ahead and squeeze it all on there. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know it didn't focus here. Oh my goodness. But yeah, so I'm just squeezing on the chicken tenders that I have left, because I didn't have enough chicken legs for both of us, so I ended up using chicken tenders, like I mentioned earlier, to cover for where I fell short. And I actually got the chicken tender meal prep dinner, so that was nice. So yeah, like I said, about 20 minutes in, go ahead and take them out, give them a nice stir. We do not waste food around here. So yes, if you drop anything, put it back. And do not follow my example. Don't touch the hot glassware. That is not a good idea. I don't suggest it at all. It was clearly hot. So yes, after everything's all mixed together, put the aluminum foil back on, put it back into the oven, and let's get started with our vegetables that will be going on the stove, because potatoes are also vegetables, but these are the other vegetables. So we're going to be making green beans, shredded carrots, and it's going to have onions and chopped up garlic inside of it. So here you see that I am peeling my garlic, which is not a fun process. I do my best, but I still have not found an easier way. For some reason, my garlic that I've been buying lately has like these ends on it, and it's just really big and obnoxious, and when I cook it, I still taste it. So I like to cut the ends off and just chop the garlic up from there. So after you don't have to finely chop it up, just chop it up a little bit. It can be a little chunky. And then we're gonna slice our onion. So I learned this trick off of the Food Network. I don't remember what show, but I'm cutting against like the lines in the onion, if you ever noticed. And if you cut it this way and then cut off the other end, you'll have perfectly sliced onions, which I'll show you in just a bit. I always forget because I like to cut it this way and then just go ahead and chop them up from this like way too, because I get a really good chop if I do it like that. So sometimes I'll forget that I need them sliced and I'll end up chopping them. But I did good this time. I did not chop them, even though right here you see that I was about to chop them again. So you just cut off the end, and now you have perfectly sliced onions. It's pretty good. And they cook up perfectly. So it's a great size. It's exactly what we need. They're about the same width as the green beans, which is perfect. So I actually started my green beans in another container or in another pan, and the pan was too small. So I moved them over to a bigger pan on the bigger flame. And I'm adding my carrots on there right now. I'm gonna add my onion. Remember, we don't waste food around here, so make sure you pick up all of the stuff that you drop. Like me, I'm always dropping stuff. And after you add all your onion, you're gonna toss on the garlic, and don't season it just yet. Actually let it cook down a little bit and then go ahead and add your seasoning in. So for these type of vegetables, I actually just use salt and pepper. So just go around, make sure you didn't drop anything. Of course, if it fell on the floor, we don't want it if it fell on the floor, but we do not waste it if it falls on the counter or on the cutting board, obviously, because there are people around here starving, so we're not gonna waste our food. Now you just see I'm plating it. Like I said, I didn't measure anything, including the actual meal. I didn't weigh any of this out. I just kind of eyeballed it. I went a couple years weighing out my food and got a little obsessed with it. So I'm getting back into it, I guess, but for right now, just eyeballing it. If you're eating at home and you're making your own foods and you're eating healthy and you're like eating nutritious foods, I wouldn't worry too much about how much of it that you're eating. Of course, you don't want to overdo it, but these are good portion sizes, I think, for me at least. And eat what portion size you feel is good for you. You know, you got to do what's best for you.
those bigger steps can be made later. But for right now, it's all about just making your own food and eating at home, eating what you make, what you create, and getting to know your body, getting to know what you like, what types of foods you like to eat, what your taste buds are asking for. You know, after so many years, our bodies change and we crave and want for other things. So, you know, this is a good opportunity to figure out what it is that you like and what you don't like. So I'm going to add my potatoes, which came out perfectly, by the way. They came out perfectly. Again, you don't want them too soft, but you don't want them too hard. So about 35 to 40 minutes in the oven should be more than enough. Let's go ahead and add all that in there. And all of them. And then now I'm adding in the chicken. So like I said, I got the chicken tenders. I'm pretty excited about those meals. They were delicious. And you're just gonna add on the chicken tenders on top of the potatoes, and then you're gonna add on the chicken legs on top of the potatoes. You know, whatever type of chicken you choose to use. I like the legs because they can be a little juicier sometimes because of the bone, but the tenders were very convenient. It was no leftovers, no garbage to throw away. It was just that, and it was done. Delicious. Absolutely delicious. Oh my gosh, watching this is making me hungry. Well, you guys, I hope that this has inspired you to go and cook your own meal. You're absolutely amazing. Keep going. Keep doing what you're doing. I'm so proud of you, and thank you again for joining me. I hope that you enjoyed it, and if you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, and if you give this meal a try, please let me know in the comments down below. Thanks again, you guys. Bye.